going. But once again, OG, they have got just tower damage galore and just a desire to kill.
Have to consider. Once he gets that blink dagger, he becomes very tree happy. As Seb is going to get slowed here from Mr. Dream himself. Ein doing a good job of blocking off, trying to give him the kill, but Ein will take it with that brain sap. So first blood, the way of Gambit onto Fatty McFatty Tidehunter. So do you think OG needs to change their lanes, or is it just the rotation from Soxa going to be? See if he can hit an arrow. This would be pretty big. He's going to be spotted, though. And now TP's coming in from Immersion. But the arrow will connect onto Ein. So they'll pick up the support.
Sumail even TPs.
Yeah, that... Well, they give him the kills. All right, you made the rotation. We'll give it to you, big boy. No problem.
Didn't spend any gold. It was just the ability TP, and he goes back to the bottom.
Okay, I know he's kind of considered one of these like boring type heroes, but I feel like there's almost no variation in the... Oh, we're going to see Coil mid, level 6 onto Mr.
Bring a third hero.
But this looks to be a very easy kill. He's silenced for a little bit more. Took a little bit longer than I thought, but they do find that kill on Thompson in the end. Soxa not able to really do much here.
And he tips him. He tips him, brings 2 extra heroes. It's not...
Dream has now made his way to the bot lane, and we're going to see a nightmare setup here. And with 4 members of Gambit, this should be a pretty easy kill, but rotation from No-Tail, not really be able to provide too much, though. It ends up being a nice kill onto Sumail for Gambit.
It's a good setup. Bane can set things up for Dragonite stuff. Nightmare too good. Cast range gets increased. The Brain Sap pure damage is always going to be great. And there's the setup one more time.
Yeah. With the Earth Spike to follow, Lornov expends the coil. And this will be another easy kill for Gambit. So off to a pretty good start. 4-1 advantage for them. Not huge in terms of net worth, but we can see that the damage is being done in the bot lane with both Dragon Form and just Drow's presence alone. I mean, he has to be doing that, right? As Nature's Prophet all comes out, Thompson trying to chase, but Immersion is there. But Sumail TP's into the midst of things. Immersion looks to be what they have their eyes set on right now. Decent blocking from Sumail to start things out. More Treants to come in. Yeah, with the Astral Step and Aether Remnant, Thompson cleans them up nicely.
Thompson always finds a way to just go for one item build. Before, it was Ethereal Blade in the mid lane, whether it was...
Item out on literally to make sure that it was good or bad. But it usually was good. Thompson playing it.
Another coil.
Soxa. He's going to break it. But the Earth Spike is there into the right clicks and a Waning Rift of Lorinov.
Mirana also gets ruined by a coil. You can't really do too much.
Yeah. Oh, Immersion's gonna run right into Sumail. No-Tail is in the vicinity though. Earth Spike to follow. Afterlife, Dragon Tail's there as well. Ein trying to put himself in decent position, but the rotation from Mr. Thompson has come in. They get the Immersion kill, and now the chase is onto this Bane Elemental, who is level 6, but feels like he won't be able to get off a good Fiend's Grip here. Gets off the Brain Sap to start. Thompson with the Astral Step, faking it a bit, but with that Gush and Aether Remnant, that's a double kill for him. Can't quite get the Courier, but will likely be the tier 1 tower now.
Now they bring the numbers. Ravage is available. Hood on Tidehunter. Extremely tanky with the Nature's Prophet.
In terms of the money, feels like they're not falling into the same mistakes as last game. At least not yet. The trees are still there, of course. So.
Yeah, you can always fall back to the trees.
Sumail, getting pressured, and that's going to be enough for a kill from Gambit again. So Sumail,
a bit too deep
here.
He has Witchblade completed. They can go
at all costs, even pop the fortification, make sure that even more damage will be applied here. But the counter fortification for Gambit is there. Moonlight Shadow, see if they can set something up here. Yep, they're going to find Immersion right after that with the Dissimulate. Gets off the Hex, though. There's the Gush, and likely one more right click. The Anchor Smash is enough from OG. So 5v4, and they get to tier 1, despite these TPs coming in for Gambit.
This is pretty much a perfect rotation from OG. They get the tower that wants to be able to protect themselves against the Dragonite, mostly Coil, just to get out of the fight.
All right, fair enough, fair enough. I mean, yeah, the fact that it's disassemblable makes this all possible. As we're going to see yet another coil expended onto Soxa. He has been the coil target the whole game, it seems like.
I recently played a game like that, and it's just... I can feel the pain, you know? You're like, why are you doing this to me?
Yeah, absolutely.
No-Tail, if we check his item build, he is going Hex. Never mind.
Go back to No-Tail, please.
No-Tail.
Oh, Astral Step into the Aether Remnant. They're going to be able to clean up Immersion pretty much instantly.
Help of the Dominator. queued up on a position 5 Ancient Apparition.
Yeah.
I've been trying to find some sense in it. I think it's the say good night to your doggy.
All right. Moonlight Shadow now. OG looks like they want to reinitiate into this triangle area, but there are sentries placed in the vicinity. Immersion gets off the Hex. And with the silence into the coil onto Tops, and this looks to be an easy cleanup for a Gambit. They only lose the Bane, so definitely good trade for them.
Overextending there. There was no team to back.
Yeah, I agree. It feels like something that people are just picking up every game now. It feels like an item that shouldn't be an every game item.
Because there aren't too many Dispel mechanics. I've seen people trying to pick up Brewmaster, and then you have AoE Dispel, which is nice. Aina, one more time.
Is dead. I mean, with the global presence of Sumail, it's going to be really hard to get away for any of these supports, really. As he's locking in on his BKB now. And that's probably go time, I would.
Potentially, they could even go inside a pit. Dobson disassembled his Echo Saber, has BKB flying to him, so he can afford to play a bit more aggressively, can get out of that coil. Still no Ravage. We have not seen a single Ravage for 19 minutes.
He is going to get destroyed here with that Ice Blast finishing him off from No Tail. Way too much damage, and this is why AA is such a value pick.
Now it's Roche time, because they got a big kill, 25 seconds without the Dragon Knight. He has a buyback, but
he, you know, Sumail's a little rusty. It's okay. It's okay, Lacoste. Don't need to backseat too much here, you know?
Yeah, it's easy for us. You know, we see everything. We see that they're not coming close.
All right, they do get the Roche in the end, and this is a 7K net worth BKB, but it's relatively close. In the meantime, yeah, he's going to be spotted out again, and, well, he did dodge the arrow, but...
nicely done, but dies in the end. Still no Fiend's Grip.
The damage done to the tier 2, but with those TPs coming in from OG, they're just going to have to back now. Now, top lane, Ein again getting caught and brought down, but Afterlife showing that Blink Dagger into the Dragon Tail. There's the Ravage. There's the Ravage, first one of the game, but Sumail still dies. Buyback now into the Bane. Dobson popping that BKB, Step getting slowed perpetually, and he gets stuck inside that coil. The Kraken Shell does activate, but this is going to be too much damage to survive. So a 2 for 2 with the buyback coming on the Bane, but again,
they still might go in.
2 core.
Arrow will connect.
Yeah, this will be a dieback onto the Bane Elemental. AA ult destroys him, and now the chase is on potentially, but the Waning Rift from Lorinov has very little mana to work with. Still has his BKB available. Soxa looks to be fine, and No Tail extremely healthy as well. Lorinov continued to chase, wants to get that Witchblade activation. Waning Rift into the pit. He's actually going to be surrounded here. Has to be a little bit careful. Dodges the arrow. BKB finally popped. He will be able to clean up No Tail at the very least. Topson. And there's not a whole lot he can do with that little of mana. So, I mean, I feel like a good fight.
Of the Aegis, which will expire in 2.5 minutes, so OG will try to find some kills. BKB pop.
Yep, Dream and company. Sumail TP's in, and despite that BKB, that was the first charge as well. Just too much right-click damage.
Once they get on top of her, no, the whole team was not around. I love the aggression.
Oh, into arrow. The random-ass sentry in the river is going to be the death of Afterlife.
Wish granted. They send him to Afterlife. I've been thinking.
Sumail working towards a Satanic now, and he is starting to get quite large. Top net worth in the game by far.
That Satanic gives him pretty much the second life. Thompson, getting initiated on.
But there's the Soxa. Yules into arrow, setting it up himself with the Aether Remnant to take off the Nightmare. And that is going to be a dead Lion. Thompson pops the BKB, chasing Dream right now, but he's in the cover of the tier 2 tower.
Ravage in 5.
Yep, Seb pops that Shivas again. This time not on creep. Says, wow, they just blow up Afterlife. Wrong place, wrong time. But Coil onto 3 heroes. Lorna pops his BKB, but they can't really follow this up with anything. Now that their DK is dead. OG definitely coming out on top of there.
OG has to check what's underneath. Yeah, the coach is not very happy about this performance.
I thought that was a picture, but it was actually a replay.
He was not.
Very Stonewall there. Now, Thompson able to take out Emergent. Again, the support duo here for Gambit are just food for OG this game.
And No Tail, I talked about the... It's a lot of armor. It's a bonus 5 armor. I remember when it was 8, maybe even more.
Yeah.
So OP.
Uh-oh, Afterlife in the trees again, but they're blown up. He doesn't have cover. Okay, now he's surrounded by trees, and it'll be the death of him yet again. His nightmare has come real.
It's just too funny. He always dies near the trees. 6-second duration, and with Tidehunter, Dragon Scale, plus some extra damage from the Treants. They go for the high ground.
And this is when things get really scary. Oh, the jump in from Seb, but he gets swept right away. Arrow's gonna connect, and again, another easy kill on a support. OG look very primed and ready to take this series 2-0, and yet another support. I feel like a broken record this game, but I mean, it is what it is. SNY picked up on Drow. See how much difference it actually makes. They have to give this up. There's a siege there as well. A-Blast coming in, so we have to see if Seb wants to actually jump in, but no, I'm not going to connect with anything here. So full racks for OG. 16K network lead at 26.5 minutes. How do you think they look? Is this more Gambit kind of underperforming, or... they did play with Sumail like we talked about not too long ago.
I thought that the Gambit is going to do better. Like, Lorenov was once again having a really good game. It's just support duo that did not use a single ulti throughout the whole game, pretty much. 27 minutes in. That is now one Mirana. I love that. This is one of my favorite moves since Dota existed. Fake back, you kill the tower, you go back in, you set up a observer ward and a sentry in their base. Not the kill that they wanted to get, but skewer nothing, so can't really do too much unless OG clicks the mouse to attack the tier 4 towers. There we go.
They can do it. Afterlife with the initiation. The BKB popped afterwards as well. Seb looks perfectly fine though. Sumail jumps in with his BKB, and they're just destroying the supports again. Lion is the first to fall. Seb actually getting low here, but I feel like they've expended everything on this Tidehunter. There's the Gush with that AoE Ags coming to fruition, and in the back line again. Sumail and, well,
he's in trouble. He's
they
actually
do find
dead.
a kill here. Very big kill, but will it be enough is the question. Dream trying to maneuver himself back into his fountain. Gonna get right click. The Shiva should connect with that Gush as well.
Oh, he even catches the arrow. They try to go on a Tidehunter. They try to burst them, maybe force a Ravage while they have their BKBs.
4v5 now that the DK is respawning.
40 seconds. Blast connects.
Yep, Sumail actually did not go AC. Went for the Mjolnir, so...
More damage.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is so annoying, Tidehunter. With the Aghanim Scepter plus the Shiva's Guard, he's completely zoning them out. AA Blast, shooting the arrows inside the fountain, not letting them leave.
Are they fountain farming from that far range? That's pretty impressive. All right, smoke out from... All right, I think we're going to see Fiend's Grip. I think we're going to see it. All right, the jump in from Afterlife. Fiend's Grip. Oh, wait! No, he didn't get it off. He gets Ravage on the side, and the AA Blast will just destroy poor old Lorenov. Fiend's Grip still online, still available to use. Will he use it? They call it GG. Will he use it?
No.
Will he do it?
He might die before the game actually ends.
Please use it. My lord. All right, they did
rough
use
one.
It in the
really rough one for the supports.
Getting that milk in. That's important.
Did not manage to get a single ulti off.